Morning.
Morning. Morning.
Morning, Arsene. Could we start with your early team news ahead of the trip to Stoke, please?
Early team news is that from last week, I think Mertesacker will be available again. For Sanchez, it looks a bit early, but he works hard in training. Our medical people think Saturday comes too soon. He should be available for the next game against Liverpool.
So generally, Alexis's recovery is going well?
His recovery is going very well. He is working very hard, but we have to be cautious. It was a muscle strain, and not to have any setback on it.
Of course, he went to Stoke towards the end of last season and won convincingly. What was it that went right that day?
Well, we were well organised, were efficient, and were under pressure to win the game. Absolutely, you know, we were on a strong run as well, and overall, yes, we had a convincing win there. That should inspire us. It's traditionally always been a difficult place to go for everybody, and but of course we want to continue in a strong way our start of the season.
Arsene, what about Mustafi and Coquelin for this match? Are they going to be okay?
Line will be in the squad, yes.
And Jack Wilshere is back playing again in the under-23s. What are your views on Jack's future, having seen him come back into action?
Well, for him, it's good that he's back and available. You know, I think he needs games now. He might play again on Monday night, but overall, what is important for him is a natural progression to be completely fit. He's not far away now.
Is his future, you think, here at this club for his final year of his contract?
At the moment, yes, and I think I plan him to be here for the whole season. After we'll see at the end of the season.
You mentioned Sanchez maybe not quite available. How is he? Is there any news on possibly a new contract deal?
Look, at the moment, no, because we have not progressed on that front, and at the moment he's a player who goes into the final year of his contract and prepares for the season. We have not made any progress on the other front.
You've been saying again that you hope he stays, that he won't be sold, but are you really saying you'd let him walk out for nothing in a year's time?
That's a consequence of what I say, yes, unfortunately. But we have to make a choice between efficiency on the field and financial interest. Most of the time, if you can find a good compromise, it's better. But in this case, I think I prioritize the fact that he will be useful on a sportive side.
Is there any comparison at all between his situation here and what's happening with Costa at Chelsea?
No, I don't think that Costa has only 1 year to go. I don't think there's any comparison at all, because we want him to be with us, and Chelsea does not necessarily want that.
This proposal is Arsene for the early closure of the transfer window as early as possibly next summer, if the Premier League chairman vote that way next month. Would you support an early closing of the summer transfer window?
Yeah, I support it, of course, because I think for the regularity of the season it's better, because you can have a player who can play 3 times against if the transfer window is not closed when you start the season. So that is not doesn't look normal, and as well for the psychological comfort of the manager and the focus. It's difficult to start the season with a team and have some players in the squad are not completely on board. So you can understand that once everybody's on the train, that they stay on the train.
You don't think it would give some foreign clubs an advantage if it was just Premier League teams?
You give some foreign clubs an advantage. No, not really, because you have enough time. I spent my whole summer on the transfer market. So I think 6 weeks or 8 weeks, or we had basically 10 weeks. And what people will do, they will adapt. What basically makes them decide is there's only 3 or 4 days to go, and suddenly everybody comes out of the bushes and says, yes, we are alive, we are here, we want to buy. But if the timing is shorter, they will adapt to that as well.
Arsene, any news on trimming your squad? Talk about Perez possibly leaving this month. Any news there?
There's a possibility. I opened the door for him, yes, because I have many strikers, and if he finds a good opportunity, I will help him.
And just one more from me. It's back to Stoke. You won there at the end of last season, but they have been a bogey team. Are they still a bogey team?
They are still a good team. You know, I don't believe too much that about bogey teams. I think what is the result of the day is the performance of the day. So we, as you said, we had a good performance last season, and we have to focus on that just to deliver the same performance.
Jeff Cameron has said to the Stoke players they need to try and get in your faces in the game on Saturday. Do you think that win there last season shows that you're more capable of dealing with teams that take that approach?
Yes, I think I don't know too much what it is to get in the faces. You know, you want to play football and respect the game, and the referees is there for the rest. We have to focus on the quality of our game.
Do you think that it's an indication of how you might fare this season if you can go there and repeat that kind of result? Because, as you say, historically it has been a tough place for you to go to.
I think it's a tough place for everybody. You know, Stoke had a good record at home against many teams, and I'm convinced that do we play our game, we have a good chance to win the game.
And just finally for me, do you expect to be busy in the remainder of the transfer window? We've had questions about players leaving. What about maybe some more coming in?
Well, but getting players out keeps you as busy as getting players in, you know. So, yeah, I think I will be busy, yes.
Arsene, good morning. Last week we spoke about Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. There's been lots of stuff in the papers this week about him potentially leaving. Are you adamant he's still going to be here at the end of the season?
Yes.
Can I ask why?
Personally, because I rate him highly, and I think he's one of the players who is on his way up. In the last year, he has made huge progress, and personally, I want him to stay here for a long time, and I'm convinced he will be maybe the English player of in the next 2-3 years, where everybody will look at.
Looking back at Friday night, Olivier Giroud he had a big impact when he came on. Does he get the credit he deserves from Arsenal fans here, do you think?
I think so, yes. I believe he's highly rated by our supporters and by myself as well. And if you look at his numbers, if you look at the impact he has, if you look at the weight he has in the dressing room, and his desire to win, yes, I think he's respected by everybody inside the club.
And 25 years of the Premier League, obviously one topic that comes up is your old Invincible team. What did that team have that, say, this team hasn't got? What's the difference? Is there a fundamental difference between the two? Or they're just better players?
You know, it's very difficult to analyze in one sentence. When a team doesn't lose in the environment that you have in the Premier League, it needs some special qualities. And you had exceptional players, of course. And the spirit was strengthened as well by the fact that we didn't lose. But look today at the quality of the players we had. It was exceptional.
And do you think that Invincibles no one will ever go the season unbeaten again?
Look, nobody else has done it since the Premier League exists, and you had some good teams in the Premier League and some great teams in the Premier League. So maybe one day one team will do it. I don't think at the moment in the Premier League there's a team who will do it.
Okay, Jake. Arsene, you've been quite strong on obviously keeping Alexis Sanchez sort of no matter what happens. Is it the same with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain? If he asks to leave, will you keep him no matter what?
Yes, I have regularly conversations with the players, you know, where I tell them where I stand, and they know what I want and where I stand on that front.
I mean, although both of the issues have gone on for a while. Are you pleased in some way that it hasn't got to a stage with Coutinho at Liverpool and Van Dijk at Southampton where they've handed in transfer requests?
Yes, I'm very happy about that, because I believe it's important that you have a serene atmosphere inside, and clarity as well about your commitment, you know. And that's why we spoke about the transfer window. It's important that the players are not half in and half out, but completely in.
And you obviously feel the club is strong enough financially to potentially run down to quite high-profile contracts and maybe don't bid for nothing next summer, which is a slightly different position for you were a few years
Look,
ago.
it's not. Let's not be wrong. It's not an ideal situation on the financial side, and it demands some sacrifice. But first of all, it doesn't mean that the players who are in the final year of their contract will not extend their contract. We have still that possibility, and we work on that as well.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Thank you.
Thank you.